Hello, welcome back to the channel. Things just keep getting better and better for Newcastle United at the moment. A 5-0 home win against Crystal Palace. It was a game that I was actually a little bit worried for before we got into it, and yet this team is just so special and they are playing absolutely out of their skins at the moment. We've now won 6 games in a row. We absolutely steamrolled Crystal Palace from the very first minute. I mean, within 20 seconds, there was a chance that we could have scored, and really, apart from their penalty, which I'll get onto in a minute, they really didn't threaten us at all, pretty much all evening, and we are flying. I mean, if you look at the league table now, we went into this week knowing we had 2 home games against Manchester United and Crystal Palace, and if we won both of them, that we would be in a brilliant position to finish in the top 5, and we are absolutely there. Like, we are third on merit. We've managed to get above Forest. We're above Man City. That's the top 5. And crucially, we have a 5-point gap to 6th place Chelsea with 54 points. We play Chelsea. We play Arsenal to come. We're 4 points behind Arsenal. That game is to come. They've just got through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Things are falling our way at the moment. But that is not to take anything away from the players and the way that they're playing, because, and I'm not even trying to sound like trying to big this up. I genuinely think we are playing the best football out of anybody in the league right now. We knew coming off the cup final win that, you know, we had that 2.5 week break. I think that did us a big favour personally. I think that was very important that we had that break and we didn't have the Brentford game like 6 days, 7 days after the cup final, because I think it would have been a very different outcome. We took the time to celebrate. We refocused. The Brentford game wasn't a vintage performance, but we got the result, and that was what was important. Then we beat Leicester, and now we're building momentum. We're building momentum, and we've now played ourselves into excellent form. So we battered Man United and we've battered Palace, and absolutely nobody will want to play us right now. You know, we've got Villa coming up at the weekend. Again, that is another very hard game, but here's the situation. Villa are 7th on 54 points, 5 points behind us. If we avoid defeat at Villa Park, that means 5 games to go and Villa have 5 points to overcome on us. Plus, they've got to get above, a couple of other teams as well. If we win at Villa Park, we'll be 8 points ahead of Villa with 5 games to go. So the prize is huge. I think just avoid defeat at Villa Park is the first thing. Don't lose. Do not lose to Villa, and then that would just be another a big tick. But honestly, the way we're playing, there's absolutely no reason to go to Villa Park and not think about winning. They will be scared to play us. And let's be honest, Villa did very well against PSG on Tuesday night. They beat them 3-2 at home. If they'd scored one more goal, they would have forced extra time in the Champions League quarter-final. They did extremely well. But watching that game was quite pleasing as a Newcastle supporter, because it meant that Villa had expended lots of energy and hopefully emotional energy as well. A bit like when we played Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. They'd lost to PSG. Their emotional state was drained. They were so disappointed with that. I think that helped us in the League Cup final. You've still got to go and put a performance in. We put a performance in the Carabao Cup final. Let's do the same at Villa Park. Let's play like we did tonight at Villa Park, because if we do, oh my goodness, we have a chance. Let's talk about tonight's game against Palace. The fluidity and the speed at which we attack and spread the play and stretch the pitch is absolutely mesmerising right now. If you compare where we're at compared to the start of the season, this team are absolutely flying. Eddie Howe has got this team playing at such a high level right now. It is absolutely unbelievable. And Sandro Tonali, once again, is the absolute ticking heartbeat of that midfield, of that team. He is absolutely everywhere. I've never seen a midfielder cover so much ground than he does, but also be absolutely just superb with what he does with the ball, or when he's winning the ball. He's just an unbelievable footballer, and we are so lucky to have him. Harvey Barnes has just been sensational since he's come into the team. I'm so pleased for him. You know, he's had a few critics. He hasn't had a run in the team, and now he's having that run in the team. It's very difficult for Anthony Gordon to get his place back now. You know, you're not going to drop Harvey Barnes playing the way he did. He scored tonight. He forced one of their goals as well. So it was an own goal by Gay in the end, but really it was all Harvey Barnes' making. He was trying to cross it to Isak, which, you know, if the Palace defender hadn't have touched it, it would have gone to him anyway. So it would have been a goal, would have been an assist for him. But yeah, just sort of unbelievable levels that we're playing at right now, and it's honestly an absolute pleasure to watch. And if you compare how we're now playing compared to the start of the season, we were a bit rusty at the start of the season. We were winning games, getting points, but weren't playing well. And now we are absolutely clicking and everything is going really well for us. And our form shows that. You know, we've won the last 5 Premier League games. We've won the cup final in amongst all that. So we've now won 6 in a row. We've basically had we've had a run of games where we won 9 games in a row. We've now won 6 games in a row. And we had that little blip in kind of February time, just before the cup final, where we lost a few games, and we lost to Brighton, and we lost to Forest and Fulham Bournemouth and Fulham in the league, and we actually beat Forest, which was key. And we kind of, so we had that bad patch, but we're totally out of that now, and literally the only way is up. We are looking up, not down, and I think, you know, the teams below us are probably going to drop some points as well. So I don't know what the final total will be in terms of what will secure 5th place. But I did a video on that a week or so ago, and basically I was saying if we could get to about 66 points, we're going to be all right. I still stand by that. I think 66, 67 points is going to be enough for us. But this group of players, they're not going to want to stop. They're going to want to try and finish second. That's just how they're programmed, you know. And, you know, Eddie Howe wasn't there again tonight. We don't know when Eddie Howe's going to be back. He's not going to be at the Villa game. He's been very poorly with pneumonia. And, you know, I obviously wish him the best, and I want to see him back managing Newcastle games on the touchline. But, you know, these players are playing for Eddie Howe even when he's not there. You know, Jason Tyndall, Graham Jones done a fantastic job tonight against Palace. And, yeah, it's just... Everything's apart from Eddie Howe's illness, everything is going really, really well for this football club right now. Like I say, we're playing at such a high level. No one will want to play us, and it is absolutely delightful. We've scored 9 goals in the last 2 games. Our goal difference is now plus 21. It's better than Man City's, it's better than Chelsea's, it's better than Forest's, it's better than Villa's by a long way. So that's another good thing about these results against Manchester United and Palace. We've turned the goal difference in our favour. I don't think it's going to come down to goal difference for us. I think we're just going to do it on points. But interestingly, we have won 18 matches, which is, there's only Liverpool who have won more matches than us this season. Arsenal have only won 17 of their matches. They've drawn 12, and they're 4 points above us. So, you know, yes, we've lost more than Arsenal, but we've actually won more games than everyone apart from Liverpool in that league. So, you know, we are absolutely cooking and flying. And just looking at the league now, there's only Liverpool and Man City who've scored more goals than us as well. Man City have scored 62, and we're on 61. So yeah, bring on Villa, bring on Ipswich after that. This season is going exactly how we all want it to go, and long may that continue.